Hey everyone, it's on the later side on Tuesday evening, and I just wanted to do a quick PNN pop-up. I spent the day in Maine, and with my niece. Shout out to my niece. And meant to get a video up, but it just didn't come together. But I'll do many outdoor videos in Maine this summer, and from here too. Outdoor videos are awesome. So I'm really wanting to look at what's going on in Russia, and I want to take a look at what's going on. I'm kind of feeling a mirroring effect on the MAGAs in our Congress. What I mean by that is I feel the Kremlin disassembling at the present time. And I feel the whisperings of the MAGAs in Congress disassembling. And I obviously feel Dumpy disassembling. And the feeling is so strong that I really just don't know what they're thinking about, how they're going to keep this entire Rus together. As though the Russian Rus. I don't know what they're thinking, because Dumpy has been working for Putin. Putin is in a corner. And he doesn't know how to get out. And when this war first started in February 22, it's one of those things that I can't even believe I didn't see that Putin would go ahead with it, and here's why. Because I was saying, I just thought he would be crazy to go against the entirety of Europe. But I think at that time, it was just after Dumpy Phase 1. And NATO, the position of NATO had gotten so kind of diluted, like with water diluted, because of Dumpy. The position, NATO was weak after Dumpy's reign. Yeah, remember all that extortion, those extortion attempts and all that, and that first impeachment. I know it's unbelievable that we are where we are. I think about it all the time, as do you. But this is like the big cosmic shakeout. And one time I heard somebody talk about, and this is a long time ago, somebody, I don't know who it was, some metaphysician kind of person, a long time ago, I heard them say that when the dark energies, when the planet gets too full of that low vibrational energy, it's like a dog that's been in the water that gets out of the water and shakes it all off, right? That's what we're in right now. And I want to urge everyone to really keep your calm and your peace and your focus. And if you pray, if you just intend, if you visualize, just visualize. Whatever you do, your energy is holding down the fort. Putin is very weak. I feel him having no power at all. But let's not get too comfortable. So I'm going to ask the rods, because they're right in front of me. I'm going to ask the rods, is Putin's Kremlin it's giving me an answer before I even asked. Is Putin's Kremlin disassembling as we speak? Is it disassembling? Okay, when they cross, it means no. When they do not cross, it means yes. Putin's Kremlin is disassembling. Now, I don't even feel like Putin is in Russia right now. So let me ask this. Is Putin in Russia right now? Okay, looks like right now he is in Russia. Is Putin planning to leave Russia at the present time? And that's a yes. Is Putin thinking of going to South America? Is Putin thinking of going to Venezuela? This is just about what he's thinking. Is Putin thinking about escaping to Venezuela? I have that's a no. I have a no on that. Is Putin clear about where he's thinking of escaping to? No. No. Is Putin cognitively aware of what's happening at the present time? No, that's interesting. Oh, wow. All right, so I'll leave that there for the present time. This is just a short video. It appears that Putin is out of it at the present time. On Tuesday night, and it will be the wee hours of the morning in Russia. Let's really keep our thoughts on this war has been lost. I mean, it has been lost already. I said that last week. But just really keep thinking about really strongly how weak he is. And see the Russian people rising up. We have Alexei Navalny behind us, who's cheering on the Russian people. Let's ask this. Will there be a Russian revolution in Russia? Yes. There will be a revolution in Russia. Wow, that's interesting. Are the people planning it now? I have a very strong sense that the Russian people, the majority of Russian people know what's going on. They want this to end and they're planning to revolt. You know, I know it's very stressful, but it's very fascinating times that we live in. Let's pull 3 cards about the MAGAs and Congress that have connections to the Kremlin. There are a lot of them. And Putin, in so many ways, demanded that they help to take America down. Okay, okay, what's going to happen with the MAGAs in Congress in the face of this? 3 cards. It's nice to be outside all day today. I recommend it. The MAGAs in Congress. It's their secret. They're still attempting to keep their secret. But it's just a matter of time before their connections to the Kremlin become very, very public. The MAGAs in Congress that have been working for Putin. It's just a matter of time. They're holding on to their secret right now, but it's just a matter of time before all the story of how they were colluding with Russia and planning, being paid by the Kremlin. It's all going to, I mean, I just feel this whole thing, the past few months have felt like just scaffolding that's very weak, that just can just be pushed over. One strong wind, off it goes. So, and Lindsey Graham, I haven't read much about this, but apparently what I heard is that He's putting it to Congress that that there are sanctions on Russia. He's for sanctions on Russia. And you know what? It's interesting because what I get about that is like, yeah, little, too late. Like almost as if the war is over. The war is over. I don't know why I keep even questioning that. I got that on Monday. And Friday, I did see the planes in the teacup. Thank you to Cheryl, who reminded me of that on last night's PNN. Okay, I did say it was going to be a huge week. Tomorrow feels pretty huge, and Friday feels pretty huge. Friday's huge. Yeah, Friday. Boy, PNN is going to be interesting this week. Friday is the protests in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to pull 3 cards on Dumpy, actually. In the face of, I really just see Ukraine just hammering the Russian military. Without weaponry, what is Putin going to do? So I'm pulling 3 cards on Dumpy in the face of what's going on. How is he reacting? Now, I actually feel like if you were ever like, if your faculties were ever compromised for whatever, I don't know, whatever, you're half asleep, or you hit your head, or you were inebriated, or like, inebriated kind of fits actually. That's what I'm picking up on about Dumpy, is that he's just, I don't know how to describe it, stoned, or it feels like inebriated. And I'm not sure if I'm picking up that he's drinking, Dumpy. And you can tell me all you want in the chat that he doesn't drink, but I disagree. I think that he does. I don't think he does very often, but I think he's had a few benders in his life. Am I picking up on him drinking? No. Am I picking up on the mental state he's in due to stress? It's a mental state Dumpy's in due to stress. All right, and the 3 cards that I have, the Hermit. Oh, yeah. So in the face of what's going on in Russia right now, it's like he knows the King of Swords is going down. This is the 9 of Swords. This is Dumpy. The King of Swords actually feels more like NATO to me. In the face of what has happened, this feels like NATO. I'm asking, in the face of what's going on in Russia with Ukraine and NATO and the European Union, they made a big plan. And they're hammering away at the Russian military arsenal. And this is what Dumpy feels in the face of that. Tell me he doesn't work for Putin. Yeah, right. It's also glaringly obvious, and it doesn't take a psychic. And the King of Swords, this feels like NATO. So in the face of this kind of leadership and power, he's done. Dumpy is done. I know there are lots and lots and lots of things that are going on in our Congress with these MAGA Republicans. But when you look at things like Lindsey Graham now bringing articles of, to put sanctions on Russia. Rand Paul. These people that are just horrible people going against this murder bill. Things are shifting. So let's be patient. If you feel impatient, you feel like you can't be patient, just take some deep breaths in and hold it, and a longer breath out, and do that as long as you can, and say, I trust the divine plan. And I'll see you again in the morning for Off the Ledge. I'll post an Off the Ledge video tomorrow morning. I'll do a pop-up tomorrow also. And Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have Psychic News Network at 7 live streaming. So, back to work tomorrow after my play day. And just kind of hold down the fort emotionally. And don't get upset about things. Just know everything is in divine order and is falling into place in the way that it needs to. All right? And the world in many ways has come together after all this insanity. It is coming together. And I know it's still insane, but we will right this ship as a collective world. All right. Good things are coming. Namaste. To book a session, go to psychicannetdion.com. Please hit the like. Please subscribe. It's free. Namaste. See you soon.